Our philosophy is that people want to learn new skills because they want to build something. So that's exactly the approach we want people to take when learning data science. Hi everyone, I'm Pavel. I'm the lead instructor for Wagon Shanghai. So I started out without any education or background in programming. I was actually working in recruitment, and that got me interested in recruitment tech. So I started experimenting with things at work and online courses, and eventually that brought me to take the Wagon Full Stack Bootcamp, and now I'm here. So today we're going to talk about data science. It is now a very mature field, and both big and small businesses are looking into working with data scientists at scale. And of course, one tool we all heard about already is Python. But in this video, we're going to introduce other programming languages and frameworks that every data scientist should know. So the first language we're going to mention is SQL, which is the structured query language. So this is the main language that lets a person, for example, a data scientist, talk to a database. So the data scientists absolutely must know SQL, because what they do continuously throughout their work is they retrieve data, they update the data, and they store the data. And one of the main languages for that is SQL. The next language to mention is R. So R is actually both a language and a software that is specifically designed for statistics. So it's very rich in different libraries for statistical analysis, computing, data visualization. And in fact, the interesting thing about R is that it's not only used by programmers, because the software can be used by anyone. So for example, in finance, a lot of people already switch to R over Excel because it's much more powerful and much more robust and doesn't crash as much when you do modeling on large data sets. A very word to mention is Tensorflow. Tensorflow is this huge library that is essentially its own framework by now that is suitable for machine learning, especially using big data. And the cool thing about Tensorflow is that it can be run as a plugin or as an API, and it can be run from a server like, for example, Google Cloud, which gives any data scientist access to immense computing power, which lets them do machine learning modeling or deep learning modeling much quicker. Okay, so the next one is Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework to manage the processing and storage of big data. And the thing that makes Hadoop so powerful is that it's using a clustering system. That means that any data is stored in multiple places, or called nodes, at the same time. Meaning when you, the data scientist working with big data, need to access to millions of data points, this one request can be processed at the same time by multiple nodes instead of just one, like in a typical relational database. For example, if you're doing some online courses, and there's many good online courses there, you can check some out on our website. After the course is done, don't just stop there. Think about some questions that might be interesting for you. For example, for me, after I finished an online course in data science, I thought, okay, let's see how this applies to, for example, how startups get investment. And after that, try to apply the things you learn to the topics that are interesting for you. That will be the best way to learn and the most satisfying one.